जय श्री राधे। आज के आनंद की जय हो। जय श्री कृष्ण सब वैष्णवों को जय श्री कृष्ण। श्री रास विहारिणी जू की जय हो. The four other, continuing from yesterday in our story 244, the Varta of Chit Swami, Varta 244, and day number 238. The four other chobes who were sitting outside thought to themselves, that Chitu must have come under the sway of Sri Gosaji's magic. If we stay here, we will be ensnared, so we should get away from here. The four of them ran back to Mathura. Sri Gosaji said to Chita Swami, "Have you brought anything to give me?" Chita Swami considered. "The coconut and the coin that I brought with me are both false. How can I possibly offer these?" He thought, "If I just put them into the storehouse, then no one will know where they come from." Sri Gosaji spoke up again. "Oh, Chita Swami, you brought me a coconut as a donation, so why are you hiding it from me?" Chita Swami's face fell and he realized he is the Lord himself. He knows that I brought a coconut, so he must also know what I have done with it. Chita Swami addressed Sri Gosaji. "Oh Maharaj, you know all of my actions. Please don't tell anyone." Sri Gosaji replied, "Oh Chita Swami, you are well known in the world. Now have no more doubts. Now you are truly mine. So what do you have to fear? Just bring me that coconut." Chita Swami remained deep in thought, so Sri Gosaji called his personal attendant Sri Haridas, and said, "Bring Chita Swami's bundle here, open it and get the coconut." Haridas opened Chit Swami's bundle and took out the hollow coconut and the fake coin and placed them in front of Sri Gosaji. Sri Gosaji said to Haridas, "Cut that coconut in two and give Chit Swami one of the halves." Haridas cut the coconut in two and gave one piece to Chita Swami. From the other half he gave a little coconut to everyone present. Sri Gosaji told Chita Swami to take his half and give a part of it to all his four companions. Chita Swami tied his half into a bundle and prostrated before Sri Gosaji. Seeing this enormous grace of Sri Gosaji, Chita Swami thought to himself, "I was drowning in the ocean of worldliness, and Sri Gosaji has caught hold of my hand and pulled me out. He has even dispersed the remorse I was feeling about the fake coconut and coin. He has indeed blessed me greatly." Chita Swami was so happy that he composed a new song there and then. Pada Rag Gauri. I remained safe in the shade of the feet of Sri Vallabh's son, ocean of mercy, who grasped my hand as I was drowning. His toenails are as bright as the autumnal moon and disperse the three types of mental agony in a single second. Chita Swami the poet now sings, "Even the Vedas fail to adequately sing the praises of Sri Vittalnaji, upholder of the Sri Giriraji mountain." He sang this pad in front of Sri Gosaji as he composed it. Sri Gosaji was pleased. Chita Swami again bowed low before Sri Gosaji and said, "O Maharaj, you are the Lord himself. Even the Vedas cannot know your true character. How can anyone else properly praise you?" It was time for the Sandhya evening arti, and Sri Gosaji told Chita Swami to go to have the holy sight of the Lord. Chita Swami went into the temple and gazed at Sri Navneet Priyaji from the door. He saw Sri Gosaji standing inside the temple and thought to himself, "I just left Sri Gosaji sitting in his betak, so how come he is here in the temple now?" Then he considered, "Oh, there must be another way in from the betak by which he got here." Chita Swami enjoyed the holy sight of the Lord at the evening arti and then came outside. There he saw Sri Gosaji again sitting in his betak. He was very surprised and could not understand how this could be. After the sen or nighttime arti, Chita Swami partook of the Mahaprasad. Then Sri Gosaji instructed him to go the following morning to Sri Giriraji to have the holy sight of Sri Govardhanaji. Chita Swami then slept the night there, and in the early morning, after having the holy sight of the seven Swarupas and Sri Gosaji, crossed over Sri Yamunaji and proceeded straight to Sri Giriraji. He arrived there at the time of the Rajbhog Arti and went to have the holy sight of the Lord. He saw Sri Gosaji standing at the side of Sri Govardhanaji. Chita Swami wondered, when did Sri Gosaji come here? Chita Swami descended from Sri Giriraji and asked people there when Sri Gosaji had gone up to the temple. They all said that Sri Gosaji was in Gokul, that he had not come to Sri Giriraji at all. Chita Swami reasoned with himself, "I have seen Sri Gosaji standing at Sri Govardhanaji's side. Yesterday I saw him in the temple and also in his betak at the same time. It seems he can be in several places simultaneously. He must be the Lord himself." Pondering thus, Chita Swami set off thinking all the time of Gokul and arrived there at the time of the Arti Uttapan services. Sri Gosaji was sitting comfortably in his betak. Chita Swami prostrated to him as he entered. Sri Gosaji asked him, "Oh Chita Swami, did you manage to have the holy sight of Sri Govardhanaji?" He replied, "Oh Maharaj, yes, I had the holy sight of Sri Govardhanaji and I also saw you standing close to him." Sri Gosaji simply smiled. Chita Swami decided that Sri Govardhanaji and Sri Gosaiji were one and the same form. With this realization, he sang this pad. Pada Rag Saram. The austerities performed by Vasudev to attain the Lord have reached fruition in the appearance of Sri Vallabh. Sri Gopal Ji of Gokul now resides in Sri Vallabh's home. The gopis of Vraja have now manifested as the verses of the Vedas. Chita Swami now states Sri Krishna and the upholder of the Sri Giriraj mountain and Sri Vittalnathji are one and the same. Of this there is no doubt. Sri Gosaiji was very pleased to hear this kirtan. After the nighttime arti, Sri Gosaiji fed Chita Swami with the Mahaprasad from that day. Thereafter, on the third day, Sri Chita Swami completed his daily ablutions, bathed in and then approached Sri Gosaiji in the upper state of purity. He stood before Sri Gosaiji with folded hands and humbly requested him to initiate him with Brahma Sambandha. Sri Gosaiji sealed Chita Swami's dedication to Sri Namanit Preji by blessing him with such initiation. Chita Swami then asked his permission to return home, and Sri Gosaiji instructed, I shall send you off after the Rajbhog Arti. When the Rajbhog Arti was over, Sri Gosaiji sat in Aparas in his batak. Chita Swami came there, and prostrated before him, he supplicated, O Maharaj, might I have permission to return home? Sri Gosaiji told him to leave for home after partaking of Mahaprasad. Sri Gosaiji and his children then went to partake of Prasad, but he first served Chita Swami Prasad with his own hands. Then Sri Gosaiji also partook. When he and his children had all finished their meals and rinsed their mouths, Sri Gosaiji came to sit in his batak. Chita Swami also rinsed his mouth and came to see Sri Gosaiji. Sri Gosaiji gave him a prasadi pan bida and said, Now, Chita Swami, you can go home. Chita Swami bowed low to Sri Gosaiji and returned to Mathura. There he met with his 4 cheat friends. They asked him, What have you been doing over there? We know that you have been put under a spell. Chita Swami spoke up. I am now the disciple of Sri Gosaiji. Now I am useless to you. The 4 of them heard this from him and became silent. They realized how powerful Sri Gosaiji must be. With his grace, Chita Swami became a great poet and composed many Leela Kirtans. Chita Swami was a recipient of such grace. So we pause our story here today until tomorrow with part 2 of the story of Chita Swami, one of the Ashtachart poets. It's Varta 244. Aaj ke Anand ki jai. Sab Vaishnavan ko Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Radhe, Shri Ras Viharini Ji ki Jai.